Hello everyone and welcome. This is Federica, I'm part of the DocCity team, and it's my pleasure to welcoming you all to these Digital Open Days by POLI.design. Today we will be talking about the academic offering and the specializing masters offered by the institution. And we have actually a very tight agenda. We will be presenting you lots of different masters, and you have the opportunity to interact with the speakers. You will be able to ask questions using the Q&A box that you find in your Zoom window, and you will be able to ask all the questions that you might have, and our speakers will be answering at the end of the presentation. So we will be starting today with the welcome from Matteo Ingaramo. He's the CEO of POLI.design, and he will be introducing us to different aspects of the institution. So just before leaving the floor, then I remind you all that on the website in the agenda section, which I'm just going to add into the chat, you will be able to find all the presentation that we have scheduled for today. So we will stay together since this morning until the afternoon. So we invite you to check the agenda and tune in for all the presentation that could be of an interest for you. But I really don't want to steal any more time from this presentation, and it's my pleasure to leave the floor to the Professor Ingaramo for the first presentation for today. Thank you.
Thank you, Federica. Good morning, everyone. I was already introduced by Federica. Let me just add that I am Professor in Design of the School of Design at Politecnico of Milano. Then you could understand that even if I am a manager of this organization, we are managing it as a university with a commitment that is focused on the quality of the transferring of technology and education. So we are fully a non-profit organization, and we are very, very focused on the building of your career and building a new kind of knowledge in design field. So welcome to POLI.design. Today is an open day, so welcome. Even if we are in a virtual environment, welcome. Hopefully we will see you in presence if you will be our student in a near future. So you could you will probably understand what's the design campus at Politecnico Milano with this peculiar situation about being part of Milano as a city of design, being part of a university that has a very special ranking according to the Italian in general universities that are not ranked usually in the top 10 all around the world. So next, please, Federica. As you can see there, according to the QS ranking in 2021, our school, our system of education is first in Italy, third in Europe, and fifth in the world. Fifth in the world, we are, of course, very proud of it. And if we think about the fact that the schools that are from the fourth to the first ranking place, they are English, full English mother language school. So we are a Latin school speaking another language as the majority of us. And so being able to stay in the first top five with schools that are mother language for us is a kind of very big result, I would say. So we are a kind of hub that contains three pillars, and those pillars are the research in design field that is strictly connected to the Politecnico of Milan system that has 12 departments, including the design department. So very connected to more advanced technologies and the evolution of our discipline. So of course, we have a school of design that is in charge of the institutional education. Then we have POLI.design that is in charge of the long life learning system, let's say continuous education, and the relationship with the professionals and the companies. So we are a part of a system that is integrated, that distributes the knowledge, the scientific and academic knowledge, being a connector between and a connection, of course, between the academic world and the real world made by professionals and companies. So we have 4 missions, let's say, that are all equal in our objectives. And we want to combine the academic culture, as I say, with the business culture and the world of the professional knowledge. Then we promote the value of design as a discipline in the system of professions. And that's for a discipline that is quite new, is not a process that still ended. So the diffusion of the culture of design, even in management culture or in technical culture or in creative culture, is something that we deal with every day. We foster virtual relationship between universities, institutions, manufacturers, and professionals, not including only Polytechnic, but creating a very strong network of schools and centers of research that are involved in the progress of the design culture all over the world. And we support the development of creative enterprises. We are part of POLI.Hub, that is the incubator and accelerator of creative companies here at the Polytechnico, that is ranked the second in the world between the incubators, innovation incubators that are owned by universities all over the world. As you were seeing in the previous chat, we have 1,100 students, more or less, just here in the system of postgraduate teaching, but including the rest of the students that are from PhD students to the bachelor students. We are a community of young students and professionals that is around 6,000 people, or going to the 7,000 people, including the professors. That it's a community that it's about 8,000 people that are dealing just with design disciplines here in Milan, but strongly internationalized. That's something that for an Italian school, it's quite rare to be very internationalized, and POLI.design is one of. We have, of course, a lot of connections with hundreds of countries, different countries all around the world, but mainly in the last 15 years, we focused on a relationship that we're asking us to focus on as Latin America and China. We have hubs there. We have a branch of our company there, and we deal with cultural relationship and professional relationship and business relationship in those areas, but we still are managing our education from the headquarters, sometimes delivering some of our master courses or professional courses in those countries. Next, please. As I was saying, we are connecting professional culture and the full education approach based on our academic knowledge. And our activity and our turnover is 50% education and 50% professional improvement. So this balance, that is a strategy for us, is also a method of building a kind of iterative knowledge that comes back with something more to teach and something more to let's say, deliver to the professional skills. Next, please. What about education here? So you are in a school, so that's the main topic today, and it's an open day of a school. So we deliver specializing masters, Those masters are university masters that are delivering CFU, that are the university credits of the Italian Ministry of Education, that are equivalent and with AECTS, that are the European credits. And if you are enrolled in those masters, you will get both kind of credits. Then we are involved in a process of higher education courses, or let's say more professional and specializing courses that are not delivering credits, but are strictly focused on skills and on the, let's say, maintenance of the competence of the professionals that are already working in the design field, but also in all the fields that are managing the design value. So those are courses that are quite big, let's say, the same amount of hours of masters sometimes, or sometimes very focused on specific topics, going to the 24 months of a full program to programs that are from 1 to 6 weeks, or a 1 day of seminars that are super skilled, that are in general corporate education based. Secondly, I would like you to just to have a look, okay, of what we call here in a kind of metaphor, graphic metaphor, the galaxy of our topics. Synthetically showing what we teach, what are the topics of our education courses, let's have a look of 7 different areas. Coming from product design, going to business design, that is a peculiar, let's say, value of the school that started more than 20 years ago in dealing with design management issues in a strict collaboration with our business school here at Polytechnic. Then fashion design, of course, one of the masters of masterpieces of the Italian design culture. Cultural heritage, that is very important here in the Italian and European culture. We are in a super cultural country, and designing services for cultural heritage is very, very relevant, and we have a strong culture in communication design, including the digital and interaction aspects. Of course, here again, a very strong culture in the early phases of the graphic disciplines, going to the digital graphics, going through the evolution of those, and of course, to the digitality of them. So variable fonts and so on. Interior design and architecture, one of the pillars of our design culture. We come from there. We started being designer here in Italy with a culture that were merging between engineering and architecture. So interior design and design for architecture are one of our master topic here at Poly. Please, next, thank you. Blended learning, that's the method that we are on. We are running courses, fronting, dealing with the pandemic in a way that allow our students to be present even if they are not in presence. Okay? And we could even accept full on-distance learning, in fact, in some masters that are compatible with that method of teaching. Of course, some of them are not compatible because the presence is required as a tool of the teaching, but even more as a tool of the learning process. So that's not available as an option. So have a check between our offered courses which are compatible with that system, but all of them are in blended if it's necessary. And we have classrooms that are perfectly equipped with new technology that allows us to teach that way, and to let you have an experience that is an experience of the expected level of teaching, of course, and without losing any efficacy and effectiveness in the teaching process. Next, please. Services for the students. The school is engaged in that. We want our students to be part of a system of learning that is not limited to the course attending, but we have basically 4 kind of services. Then we have some more that are let's say more daily. But I would like to underline the elective program and the open badge qualifying system that is about being part of an extended teaching time, hours, up to 40, that you can pick up, selecting from other masters and being part of that program for some hours. And we will award, but also certificate the attendance of those hours through the digital open badges that are delivered by our school. We have a digital library. We have a system of access to contents, to topics that are available. In each master as a system of self-learning and building a more extended culture. We have POLI.design Orienta project. It is about trying to give more tools to front the future that will come after our courses and to orient our students in the professional long life that is expected. Digital events. We build the digital events of various kind that are introducing new contents, updating the knowledge of design, and are creating a kind of community that is a community that in our expectation is a community that never ends of being connected even after the attending of our courses. Next, please. Why choose design? At POLI.design, we would like you to choose the design knowledge that we offer at POLI.design because you could grow in an international context, being part of a cultural design system that is this special town, and that is definitely a city of design, that is Milan, of course. Work in an area of 4th generation technologies. As I was saying, we are at Polytechnic of Milano. That's the home of the most advanced technological research in a lot of scientific fields, and they are all participating to the design knowledge that we offer to our students. So then it's let's say important to catch the opportunities that are created to a point of reference of the design culture that is Milan and our school, of course, because of its ranking and the network of professors and contributors that are coming to participate to our teaching process. Stay in touch with professions and businesses. We have a digital community that will run in a new configuration from this autumn. We're going to launch a new system of community that will connect even more effectively our students and will last for all their professional life as a permanent part of this community. Our alumni will be in the community. Enjoy the Polytechnic knowledge. That's something that doesn't mean only informations and knowledge that is something to learn, but also a methodological approach to knowledge that is integrated and cross-sectioning as a polytechnical school has to be. Next, please. Just to remember you where you are, we are at POLI.design. Get in contact with us through www.polydesign.net. come in our internet site, apply for informations, get in touch with our staff. Elisa Piccini is here with us, and she's in charge of the first, let's say, connection with our offer of teaching. And part of it will be, of course, signing for being contacted and having more information. Then Elisa is in charge of a team of our staff that will transfer to you all the information that you need to apply if you want. Of course, we would love to have you with us. Coming out from this strange period that is an opportunity for us, and we want to be positive, because design is one of the tools that will change probably the new normality and the near future. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And
see you here in presence.
Thank you so much. I actually, if available, just want to take a couple of minutes to answer one of the questions that we actually received. So you actually mentioned about the strange situation that we're actually facing. So someone is asking us if we already know if the study will be at the campus or online. So if we can give some sort of insights.
Of course, actually, according to the Italian regulation, we are full in presence. It's allowed. Let's say the trend of the pandemic in Italy is very good. We just had the meeting of the first 20 countries all around the world about this issue, and we were mentioned as one of the most advanced countries in terms of vaccination and the pandemic expansion. So we are very, let's say, positive, and we feel that we could let's say, end the teaching process in presence. So you're very welcome to come here and attend our courses in presence. But as I was saying, if your option is to apply on distance or partly on distance, according to the program that are in blended teaching, so that could be part that is remote because of contribution that are coming from international teachers that are not allowed to come. So there will be something to discuss program per program in order to understand which is the best option. So full on distance attending is allowed in some cases that we should check on our internet site and with our staff.
Perfect. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time. I really like to take the occasion to thank the Professor Ingaramo and also Elisa Piccini and all the team members that took part in this presentation. We will actually be interacting with Elisa also in the other presentations. So if you do have any questions regarding the admission process or more like bureaucratic questions, she will be there to answer all of your doubts.
Let me add, if I could just add something more, Federica, that our campus is a community of students, and we had a strategy in the last years in order to put all the elements of the teaching and the research in the same campus. So POLI.design, the school, the department, the laboratories, the workshops, everything are here in the campus. So for us, it's very important to deliver our courses in presence, but let our students to leave the campus. That is part of the experience and is part of a, let's say, absorption of a culture that we want you to get in touch with. So hopefully that will carry on, and we trust that it will be. Thank you.
Perfect. So thank you so much. And I remind you all that we have a busy agenda for today. You can find it in the chat. So follow the link and you will be able to connect to the presentations. You'll be able to follow different presentations today. So thank you so much. And we look forward to seeing you soon in the next presentation. But as the professor was mentioned, we hope to see you in presence at POLI.design. So thank you so much and have a good rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.